And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy Fly Island Guy. So today, as you can see, we are back here in Halifax, and this airport is looking probably a little different from the last time you saw it. And that's because I've done something that I don't usually do, and that is I bought the same scenery from two different developers. And well, I bought the scenery for the same place from two different developers. So this scenery here is from SimAddons. They've done a number of sceneries here for Halifax, and I just wanted to try this one out because the previous scenery had some performance issues. So I just wanted to see if this one was any better. Now, right off the bat, I can see that the quality of this scenery is not as good. It's not as good. It's not as high fidelity, I guess, as the previous one, but it's still decent though. Still gives you a pretty accurate representation of the airport. Would have been good to see kind of more of these roads done, like all of these roads here. There's one road here that leads into the parking lot. There's another road that kind of goes around on the bottom level of the airport, where you could pick up people who've arrived. And then there's also kind of a top road that heads to the main terminal, where you could drop off people who are departing as well as picking up people that are arriving. So would have loved to see kind of more detail around that. But in general, still pretty good representation of the airport. So I just want to see how much this one performs, because I'm trying to decide which scenery is going to be better in terms of performance, especially since I'm still here in Canada. Might be coming back here, maybe flying out of here for different flights, etc. On top of that, this scenery also has the city of Halifax modeled as well. There's some landmarks and stuff down there. So the plan for today, once we depart, we're gonna head south and head towards the city, and just kind of do a quick low flyby around there. And after that, we'll get back onto our flight plan, and we are going to head up to Quebec. So this is our flight down here. Yeah. And let's get in the plane and let's get the aircraft started up, and let's get out of here, folks. All right. All our fuel cutoffs are in place. We're pretty much ready to get started. So let's get our fuel pump on, ignition on, and starter. Go to low motor. Oh. Once things start to look good, we'll move it up into low idle.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Man, I still love the sound of this engine when it's getting started. Just sounds amazing. Alright, so once everything is stabilized, gonna go ahead and move the RPM to max. Awesome stuff. Now we can get our generator and alternator on. Aux bus can come on, And unlike what I did last time, we're actually gonna get the starter off, ignition off, and fuel pump will go to standby. Alrighty. So that looks all good. Temperature here right now in Halifax. Actually, let's pull the weather up. Now that I'm using OBS, I think I'm going to create a scene for this. So it's going to look and kind of make it look a little better when I pull up the weather. Gonna go CYHZ. Always choose the wrong one, not the weather station. CYHZ Airport. So we are looking at winds out of 270 at 6 knots with visibility 15 miles. Temperatures minus 14 degrees C, so it's really cold here today. Altimeter is 3036. VFR conditions overall. And if you look at where we're heading in Quebec, let's see if we actually get weather there. No METAR, but we can kind of look at this and see what we're dealing with. Looks like winds out of maybe 270, 7 knots, minus 15 degrees over there as well. Looks like partly cloudy. Let's see. Don't know if there's precipitation there. Can't really tell. I don't really know quite how to read this. But if we go to rain and thunder, and this is where we're heading. Looks like all clear there in terms of precipitation. Most precipitation in Canada kind of moves from west to east, or kind of southwest to northeast. So I think we don't have to worry about any precipitation moving in to the area. We'll talk about where we're going once we get in the air though. But I think we're good to go for now. Let's get ready to get out of here. According to Navigraph, we're going to be departing runway 23, and I'm going to bring that up over here so that I can see exactly where we're going. That is not it. Boom, boom. Alright, so runway 23 is straight ahead. We're going to have to kind of go and do a left turn though. So, gonna set our flaps, and what else? Something else that I'm missing. Yeah, we're good to go as far as that's concerned. All right. We get our taxi lights on as well. So, beautiful morning here in Halifax. Actually, technically this isn't Halifax. I think the airport's in Gough, Nova Scotia, something like that. Which is just outside of Halifax. Or Enfield, one of the two. What am I looking for? Taxi lights, there we go. So one of the things that I noticed is that this airport isn't as detailed. It's not as modeled. as the previous airport. However, as far as I know, there is the de-icing trucks. They're there. I think that's these guys here. So these are the de-icing bays. Now we're gonna turn left here. I don't know if the de-icing trucks actually work. I'll have to go and try that out at some point. I don't think they do. Runway 23 is on our right. We're kind of moving parallel to right now. We're just gonna stop for a sec, just take a look, make sure nothing's coming. We're good to go. A little bit of a hump right there. So yeah, the other version of the airport, the one thing I noticed was that the markings on the runway were pretty spot on. This one here kind of has a like solid white lines for the markings, and that's not really the case here. Alright, so one thing I need to do is just set my trim really quick. I think that's about good. And set our rudder trim as well. This flight is actually an executive flight carrying 4 passengers. That's why we're rocking the Summit interior today. Can't really see it though. Alright, so here we are on runway 23. Lots and lots of runway for us to deal with. Gonna get our stirrups on. Landing lights on. Taxi lights can come off. And cabin lights will come off too. Don't think we need those now. Alright. Now, what I will do is start the timer. That's something I literally always forget to do. Alright. And we're ready to go, folks. We're going to be taking off, and then we're going to kind of decide where to go from there. Pull back a little bit. Nice smooth takeoff. Get a last glimpse of Stanfield International on the way out. All right. So, we're gonna just keep it at about this altitude for now. And we're gonna head towards the city because we really wanna take a look at how the city is looking right now. Actually, I think we're going the wrong way. So, should mostly be heading this way. And I feel like live weather might be messed up again because we got another beautiful sunny snowless day, which is not an accurate representation of Halifax at this current time. But you know what? It is what it is. Yeah. Outside air temperature 16 degrees. That is definitely not correct. But at least we'll be able to get some good views of the city. So I'm just keeping the flaps down so that we can kind of move a little slow. So what I might do is actually follow the highway. If we're heading in the right direction, the highway should kind of lead us downtown. So down below here we're looking at Highway 102. This is a highway that I travel on very often. The thing about Nova Scotia, it's very beautiful, very picturesque. As mentioned before, if you're a nature lover, this is a great place to fly. Oh, sorry, great place to visit. Double check that the highway didn't fork there. Yeah, I think it did. So the highway that we're on kind of splits off, and the other highway kind of goes directly downtown, while the other one sort of heads or more from the other side. So here we are coming up on downtown Halifax, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop full flaps, and we're going to move around, just flying nice and slow, just getting a quick tour of the city, and then after that we can move right on. I'm just hoping the live weather holds up long enough. I actually haven't done this in a very long time, so I'm gonna probably be a little rusty, but just gonna slow down a little bit. Well, a lot of it. So right now we're in Dartmouth. So Dartmouth, Nova Scotia is what people call the other side of the bridge. And we got some shopping areas out here. A lot of warehouses, that sort of thing. That's fine. I'm trying to see if I recognize anywhere. It's kind of tough to recognize places from above when you're used to driving past it. Getting kind of low. So I know these 3 smokestacks over here on the right, very iconic part of Halifax. I think that's the Nova Scotia power plant. 3 smokestacks over here. Get my power up. Alright, so the bridge to our right here, that is Macdonald Bridge. I don't remember what the full name is. That's one of 2 bridges in Halifax. This one's kind of close to the downtown area. Halifax is also a naval town, so as you can see, there's some warships here on the right. This is the casino off to the right as well. Let's see if I can kind of maybe head outside. I don't know. Alright, so we have a shipyard off here in the distance. This area of Halifax is the south end.
Wind 230 and 2 knots.
So this is the south end where the cruise ships are. There's also like a railway station right around here as well. This building here is, I believe, Fenwick Tower, which is like the tallest building in Halifax. A lot of students stay there and live there because there's some universities in the area as well. We have Dalhousie and St. Mary's University, and there goes the weather. Off to our right here is just flying past it now, is the Citadel, which which is the remnants of a fort in Halifax. However, there's no big building in the middle of the Citadel. I have to get my icing on as well. So the snow kind of messed things up, but it's all good. So just flying back over Macdonald Bridge now. This area here is more the north end of Halifax, which is kind of developing area now. But yeah, honestly, they nailed it, man. They got like a lot of the big landmarks. This is Halifax Shipyard here on the right. Awesome. Yeah, they nailed it. And now we're coming across to Mackay Bridge, which is kind of the bigger of the two bridges. And if we come this way, we're going to kind of head on to Bedford Highway. There is a shipyard right here, as you can see. Tons of containers and all that good stuff. And on the left here is like a kind of like a giant intersection, although they don't really show it too well. But it's where Bedford Highway, which is kind of what I'm flying over now. The Bedford Highway meets a couple other streets, but it's a big interchange right there, and the traffic gets very congested in the morning for people going over the bridge, people trying to get into town. I'm flying dreadfully close and low. But yeah, man, that's just a little tour of Halifax. Looks like some more scenery just loaded in here. So this is still Bedford Highway. So Bedford Highway, it's not really a highway per se, just kind of like a main road that hugs this coastline here. You could pretty much drive it all the way around Bedford. I feel like we already passed Mount St. Vincent University. Pretty sure we did. It's a small university there. The third university in the city. Trying to decrease the range now. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna head back towards the airport now. And let's get back on the flight. And since I almost crashed the plane, I'm kind of nervous now. But I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Always kind of excited to kind of fly around my city and show people a place that I love. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the autopilot on. First thing we need to do is get our altitude. We're supposed to be flying at 13. Oops. Jeez. Supposed to be flying 13,000 today. So hard to do this with trying to fly with my left hand and control the mouse with my right hand. Alright, there we go. So, we're going to head back towards the airport. And I'm going to decrease our speed so we can get our climb going. And yeah. Cool. Now, I'm going to give this engine a little bit of a break now. And let's decrease our RPMs to 2,000. Good stuff. And now we can continue our climb to 13,000 feet. Which for some reason is what SimBrief literally always gives us every single flight. You can go nav mode as well. Right, so we're climbing very slowly right now, which means our valve. Wait. Torque is all the way up. I think we'll get a little too fast for climb. Yeah, that's better. Alright. So, in terms of where we're going today, had a little too much excitement going on. So let's just go and enjoy the view right now. And so we're heading over to CTG3, which is du Rocher-Perce, Quebec, Canada. So just want to try to get an idea of exactly where it's located, get the area. Well, du Rocher-Perce, it's named the airport. Alright, so This airport is located 4 nautical miles from Grande, Riviere, Quebec, Canada. Remember that name because I've driven through there often. The airport formerly had scheduled air service from the commuter airline Quebec Air Express before that airline's bankruptcy in 2005. 2000, the liberal federal government was expanding the airport's runway for use by charter tour jets, since it's the closest airport to the popular tourist spot Perce. As part of the federal development package for the Gaspé region, but the plan was not carried out. Currently, neither Quebec nor nearby Michel Pouliot-Gaspé Airport has a long enough runway for most jets, so the Gaspé Airport has better instrument approaches. So, if you're curious about Grande Riviere or Riviere, Quebec, just trying to pull it up now. So Grande Riviere is, it's a city in the Gaspésie Île de la Madeleine region of the province of Quebec in Canada. In addition to the town's territory, it also includes the communities of Grand Riviere Oué, which is Grand River East, Petit Riviere Oué, Small River West, or Little River West, and Petit Abou. Alright. Population there is about 3,500. And average age there, the median age there is 48.7. There's not a lot on this place. And whatever I can find is in French, so guess we're not gonna know too much about where we're going because my French is sort of rusty. But in terms of flight time today, we have, let's pull up SimBrief. Flight time for today is supposed to be 2 hours and 8 minutes, and we're going to be going roughly 215 nautical miles. Actually, no, it's more than that. It's 2,083 nautical miles. So, got a fair distance to travel. Most of that's going to be in this straight line here, heading north over Nova Scotia. Yeah. So we're going to be heading north over the Truro, Nova Scotia. I forget what this top part is called. That's going to be heading into New Brunswick. Then we're going to kind of be skimming New Brunswick until we reach Quebec. And this airport is located kind of very north in Quebec. So got a long distance to travel, folks, and made it even longer by doing that tour. That's alright. I want you guys to be able to explore my country or my province and have some fun with me, you know what I mean? So I'll be back when we're starting our descent, and I will talk to you guys then. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour, and let's enjoy Canada, folks. Alright, we'll be back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are well into our descent here into Quebec, and this whole flight turned out to be way more exciting than I wanted it to be. Is there anything out there? Okay, I'm just seeing things. So let's take a quick look at the approach for this airport. Bring it up. Boom. Alright. As you can see, we head into this Emalu waypoint. I'm going to be doing the RNAV runway 08 Zulu approach, which is basically going to take us to here. We're just about to start our left turn, which we're starting it now. Descending to 1,700 feet. I'm going to go to a motor, then make the right turn and land on runway 08. Now, why are we seeing 2,300 feet? But yet it's saying 1,700 here. I do not know. I'm a tad confused, but we'll just keep going. Let's see what happens. Alright. So this is going to be a fairly short approach, hopefully. Okay, it looks like the VNAV has us coming down to 2,300 here. Which is weird. So I guess we should be stopping there. That's better. We actually reached this airport. It's a very, very small airport. Runway is 4,982 feet. I wonder if we got some kind of displaced threshold there as well, because I saw a smaller length for the runway elsewhere. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe a discrepancy there. Yeah. Outside of that, it's been a good flight. Just because my pitot tubes froze because the live weather switched and I forgot to turn it on. Yeah, ended up almost stalling the aircraft in the trees in Halifax. So that's gonna mess up my bonus. I'm gonna probably destroy it, to be honest. But I mean, outside of that, it's all good. Okay. See, I'm not actually too sure. Okay, I have to go down to 1,200 now. Let's see. Vertical speed. What's the runway here? Can't really tell. I was a little confused about where exactly or what altitude we're supposed to go to here. But it looks like 1,200 feet because that's what the VNAV is going for. So we're going to stick with that. And approach mode activate. So I should set my altimeter. That was way off. Alright. So we're gonna prepare for landing. Got my flaps out. Actually just gonna go full flaps. Just gonna wait for our glide path to kick in, which it's coming down now. Should kick in very, very soon. Yep. It is captured. I believe that's the runway right there. Now it's fully loaded in. Alright, so let's set up for landing. Gonna go to max RPM, and I can't believe I've been in low idle this whole time. Ugh. So much, so much. Alright, flaps to full. There my landing lights on.
500.
Landing lights are on. Should have been on a long time ago. Strobes on. Everything else is good to go. Still really tough to see the runway though.
Landing time log.
Oof. Was trying to stop, but the snow wouldn't let me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to du Rocher-Perce, Quebec. Alright, got a marshal and everything. I'll let him keep his hands up there for a sec. Let's switch off our landing lights. And strobes come off as well. Alright. Cool. We are here. We can come off. Get our windshield heat off.
Engine off time log. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
And that is it, folks. Alright, here we are. What was supposed to be a fairly uneventful flight turned out to be way more eventful than I wanted it to be, but we got here safely, landed safely, and that's another flight in the books, folks. As I always say, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. New videos coming every few days. We are just starting this Canadian tour. We got so much more to go, and I'm looking forward to traveling around with you. Hope you guys enjoy the livery. I'm gonna probably be rocking this for a while, and I will catch you on the next one. This is your boy Fly Island Guy saying stay safe, and most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.